Council meetings are long and boring. Wouldn't it be great if they were short and unboring? This is why I've invented the 5 8-minute meeting. We'll see. Jim Volkenstein with the March 18th Aspen City Council meeting. This one starts out, she goes, hey, Cesar Chavez proclamation. It's whereas Cesar Chavez was a champion of all workers and unions. So March 31st is Cesar Chavez Day. So be nice to a worker. Just that day. Otherwise, you don't have to, I guess. And then the consent agenda. It's all approved. They approved some appointing of a surge committee member. And then Marion Barry, our finance director, Marion Barry says, we made 12.7 in property taxes last quarter, I think, and fees are up, and investments are up, and the hotel tax was about the same as last year, and we have $90 million in the bank, and everything is perfect. And then public forum, a guy with a tie and a ponytail said the storage container for the homeless on the lawn. I think he might run that program back there, I guess. And so he says the lockers are too small. We can get a few bigger ones for tents and stuff, but for free. Do we need permission? And then a guy who looked like MacGyver said, thanks for the homeless camping lawn, and more storage would be great. And then the weeds ordinance. Oh, fire marshal. This is fire marshal. I think it might be our interim fire chief, maybe even. It's Mark Chaffee. Mark Chaffee. It's looks like this guy. He says, oh, we updated language and dates on that weed ordinance, and so that was all approved. And then the Molly Taylor from HR says, here's a contract for the new city attorney, Johan something, and that's $178K a year that guy's getting. So it was all approved. And then the water cost study and request for higher water rates. So Public Works Director Scott Fleury right here, he says he's wearing a tie today for some reason. I think he's trying to look super smart, see if it works. So he says, hey, here's the study guy. And the study guy shows up with this big study. And he says, we utilize customer classes and prudent predictability. And first, we want to raise rates to keep up with inflation. And then, of course, second, we're going to raise rates for some big fixes, like fix the dam and some big pumps they got to put in. And then they want to fix the west and east fork of the creek supply pipes. And then third, we're going to raise rates to pay for the new water treatment plant. So over 5 years, the monthly base rate for a regular water meter is going to go from $13 to $29. That's before you turn on the water. And then, but the guy says, but in 2 years, you can revisit and adjust the rates again. So, here's his charts and such. And FYI, we all right now pay 4 different rates for water. The first 300 cubic feet, we paid 2 cents a foot. And after that, up to 1,000, it's 3 cents a foot. And after that, up to 2,500, it's 4 cents a foot. And after anything above that, it's 6 cents a foot. So anyway, there's all these 4 ranges, right, that they're always kind of messing around with. And so the study guy says all those are going to go up incrementally over the years in different ways here and there. And then this guy goes, he goes, is the loan for the treatment plant in trouble? Because, that guy, Trump, no one would say it, but that's the problem. They were worried about it. And then this one goes, yeah, that's I'm worried about that too. I'm pretty worried about that. And then Scott Fleury, the public works director, said, hey, actually, I had a meeting this morning with those, and everything's fine. None of those federal loan guys we work with have been fired. So it's going great. Well, fingers crossed. And then this one says, what about tariffs affecting our prices? And then Scott Fleury goes, by the way, the loan we're getting requires all of our supplies to be American made anyway, so we already dodged the tariff bullet. And so this guy goes, hey, what about FEMA grants? And then this guy goes, yeah, you got me there. That one's going to be a problem. So it was like $9 million that we might not get. So, we're just not going to put in solar panels and batteries right away. That's all. So $9 million for solar panels. Maybe we don't need those at all. I'm just saying. And then the study guy goes, chart, went through the charts. And this guy goes, oh, hold the charts. Hey, that last chart shows over the next 10 years, your big 6 and 8 inch meter pipe prices are going down. While the regular 3/4 inch, 1 inch pipes, for the regular people pipes, is going up. And looks like you're kicking the regular person in the sack, you know. And then this guy goes, Scott Flurry in the study guy goes, oh, you know, stats, math, and pencils out. And so then this guy goes, yep, where is this? Listen, it says, did you get input from regular people? And study guy goes, totally. We talked to city staff. We talked to the Scott Flurry guy. And then we called this one city in California we know. I'm like, oh, comprehensive. That's what that was. And then this one says, we haven't raised rates in 6 years. So this is just what we get, right? And then this one said, the study guy, I think your math is wrong. Well, you already have $13 million in a saved fund right now collected for the wastewater treatment plant. And these proposes, if you do the math, it looks like you're going to end up with $13 million still in that fund. I mean, I don't know. And then the study guy goes, well, look at chart 5. Chart 4. Why don't we look at chart 2? And then this guy goes, hey, we need to spend half of the food and beverage tax to help lower these rates to go to the water, to cover water rates for humans, for the humans in the town. And then this one says, oh, food and beverage is a totally different conversation. That has nothing to do. And then this one goes, she goes, I disagree. I think let's use that food and beverage tax. I like it. And then this guy goes, hey, he talked a lot. He goes, okay, look, we need more options from you guys. We need more on the 4 rate prices that everyone pays. We need more variety to choose from. We need more, consider more months and a high summer rate. And so here, go back and bring this back in April. So looks like the tide did not work for Mr. Scott Flurry today. And then this one says, city managers report. Oh, and then city managers report. This is Sabrina Cotta, city manager, says the citizens alerts are now called Jackson alerts. And we're having public wildfire meetings starting in May, all around town, different spots. And in preparation for the new budget, by the way, I want you to know that in addition to needing more water money, because that helps the city employees have money, and we also need other money, and I'm going to propose increases in the next couple meetings for lots of fees, and even adding a parks fee, possibly, or else, I don't know, something might happen to this cute little city of yours. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what could happen. And didn't she, this one, I think, said, we just made more in fees than we normally do, and finances are fine. Like 2 hours ago, she said that. And then this one says, oh, we need money. Oh, something smells a little funny. That's all I'm saying. That's it for the meeting. You're welcome.